First off, no-nos for eights. Avoiding or dancing around the truth. That can be really frustrating. Eights tend to not be very patient with that. And having no sense of loyalty, like no sense of, I'm with you in this. Eights appreciate that. Also being controlling, I think, even though they're not necessarily out there looking for conflict, but if they sense, even in a small way, that somebody is trying to control them, that's when you're going to get a big reaction because they have to kind of push back. It's not even necessarily a cognitive choice. It's more of an instinct to say, actually, no, you can't control me. And then also not being able to let their guard down with that person. And that's about this sense of betrayal. I think that eights are really sensitive to feeling betrayed. And so if they can't let their guard down, then they're not going to be able to be in that close relationship with that person. So that can be a deal breaker. But in relationships, eights bring protection. So they tend to be really protective of their people. They don't allow other people to speak negatively about their partner. And they'll encourage their partner to have good boundaries with other people. And to say, actually, you know what, that's actually not your responsibility. To the point where sometimes eights might get a little frustrated if their partner is a 2, for example, and is taking on way too much all the time. But eights are also really good at empowering their partner and saying, hey, like, you can do this. We're kind of pushing them a little bit and saying, like, I believe in you. I think you can do it. They also bring a lot of mutual trust and respect. That's a big thing for eights. They want somebody who can kind of stand their ground. And they like being able to build that mutual sense rather than having the relationship feel one-sided. They can also just get a lot done. Like a lot of the eights I know, they just are able to move through things so quickly, and it's really impressive. And they can also be really tenderhearted and loving when there's trust and loyalty built. So I think that we all see this shield or this strength that eights bring, but some of my close friends are eights, and so I have that gift of being able to see how loving and tender and kind and sweet they are with their kids or their partners or whatever. So in a relationship, though, eights can really struggle with vulnerability. And sometimes I get pushback on this. And I want to mention that I think vulnerability is different from transparency. Transparency is just being truthful, and eights are great with that. But the emotional side of vulnerability can be difficult. And to be clear, like I said, eights do show their softer side. But because they're so sensitive to betrayal, it's like if you take advantage of that softer side, that can be really, really hard for eights. I think we have to remember too to support them and to show them that care, because sometimes they don't let other people know when they need it.